Hello, this is Melissa Bane, and this video is to discuss the campaign meeting that happened on Saturday, March 21st for Melissa Bane for Hancock County Schools Board of Education 2026. I did say many times that we would record the meeting. That was the intention, but unfortunately, as happens with technology, sometimes that did not work. Yesterday, I recorded a summary of the meeting and closed captioned it. It was too long. So I'm trying this again. I actually have my notes from my transcript of the first meeting that I will refer to. I have my agenda from the meeting and the notes that we did take. So to begin with, I will recap how the meeting went. I thank everyone that attended, as well as the people that reached out to me before or even after the meeting, expressing a desire to come, but scheduling problems that they couldn't. So this video is for you. I did start the meeting by overviewing the campaign. I'm sure many of you have read the hometown news piece that I wrote, whether you read it from the link that I created or directly as a subscriber from Hometown News. I did write that piece. So after a few days of it being in Hometown News, I put it into a Google Drive from the campaign and made a link to share out to allow people to see it. I wasn't actually intending for that to be a major cornerstone of the campaign. However, I received feedback from many people that said that it expressed a lot of information that voters would want to know. Many of my own friends learned things about me from that profile piece. So I do think it's something that is good for everyone that is supporting me to read if possible. There is the PDF link on my Facebook page as well as the campaign page. I've texted it to people, I've sent it to people in Messenger. So if you cannot find it, reach out to me and I will make sure to get that to you. I think it is important that people that are supporting me understand my skills and care and can discuss specific things about me so that people have a better understanding of why they might want to vote for me for the Board of Education. Hopefully, that is the intention. One of the things I truly appreciate is many people saying, "Oh, I've been telling everybody about you, telling them to vote for you." I appreciate that very much, but I do want people to know why. I don't want them to just hear my name and think that somebody told them that I was a good choice, so they're going to go with that. I think that happens a lot in local politics that we know people from our community, whether it's from, our neighbor or from church or some other way that we've had interactions with people and we have positive feelings about them. And then that's it. That is an important first step. We definitely want good people in office, but we also need people that have skills and that will be able to bring something to the table to navigate the situation that we're in with Hancock County Schools. So we discussed that, and then the approach that I want to use for my campaign. It is a grassroots campaign, so it is going to require people talking about things and sharing information. I know for me personally, I am getting a little bit out of my comfort zone, just telling people, oh, do you know that I'm running for the Board of Education? I did that at the grocery store with an acquaintance of mine yesterday, and it felt a little odd, but she didn't know and she's a teacher. So I thought, I want to make sure we get that out there. There are quite a few names on the ballot. I want people to get to the polls and already have a good idea in mind about me. So some of the things that we are planning is a flyer or a brochure. We're working on both. We're also working on little business cards so that when people are out talking about me, they can hand that off so a person could easily get to the place where they can get more information. Um, we've designed a sticker that's like the old style campaign button style. And I will have those printed to be passed out to people that can wear them when they would like. Excuse me. It's the morning. I just woke up and saw that my video didn't process, so I'm doing this again. The idea of the stickers and the flyers and everything else is that I'm trying to get as much information out as I can with as little environmental impact as possible. Many people have offered to put campaign signs in their yard, and I do definitely appreciate that. I am not going that route though. The environmental impact of those one-use signs is something I can't agree to. So the flyers, the stickers, the business cards, those things are biodegradable. They're not very big. They also have way more information on them than a sign would have. So that's my goal. I'm also planning on doing Facebook Lives so that when I'm out of town, I can be accessible to people that would like to learn more about me. We will be doing in-person meets when I am around. So I'm looking at my calendar and getting those ready to go. We talked about some of the places I had in mind, and others were added as well. So we're thinking Chester City Park, Clark Field in Knoll, Tomlinson Run, the Pavilion or Gazebo in New Cumberland, Marlin Heights Pavilion, and at Starvaji as well. So if you have any thoughts of outside places, let me know. But I'm getting my calendar together to look at days and times that I can be available, rain or shine. So for instance, maybe I'll go to Tomlinson Run and say I'll be there from 4:30 to 6, or I'll be at Starvaji from 1 to 2:30, something to that effect. And that will all be posted so that people know about it and can share. I'm also planning on doing some YouTube interviews. So I have one set up with my friend is going to host it and ask some questions and give me a chance to speak from the heart to get that out to people. I would also like to have him host a roundtable sort of interview with my supporters so people can share some of their firsthand experience and why they think that, well, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that because I know that school employees, for instance, have to be very careful about the things they say. So, as long as we have it framed that they're just talking about their experiences with me, I think that would be okay. I don't really think we want anyone making any claims, questions, or thoughts about what is going on in the schools if they actually work for the schools. I'm very aware of that. I've had a couple of friends kind of point out, yes, we have the social media policy. We really can't say a whole lot, but you can talk about me. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, if you feel strongly that you could share some of your own experience with me and it would be helpful to the campaign, please reach out. I want to get a list of people together for him. We also talked about starting my blog that has website capabilities, and the purpose of that is to have a non-social media landing place for many of the things that we're sharing. There are lots of people on Facebook and other social media, but there are still people that aren't, and yet they have access to the internet. So the idea is to have that blog where things can be linked, and whether or not someone is on social media, they can access it. And I have someone that has volunteered to help with that, pretty much take it on. So I'm super excited about that. We also have someone that agreed to help with the finances. I need a treasurer for the campaign, so that was determined during the meeting. If you want to help out with any of those types of things that I already talked about, please reach out to me. I don't know if the people that are spearheading the blog or the treasury thing need help, but I would love to get your information just in case. So I am checking the time to make sure this one is not too long. I'm going to end it there with the part one of this meeting, and then I'll recap the second half. So thanks for sticking around. Hopefully this one works this time.